Okay, guys, I want to tell you this little story when I had to take my sister to work, right? So we had to go, not that, it was far, but before that even happened, right? Before the story even happened, right? I'm gonna get to the first beginning, right? So it was like in the night, right? And apparently my mom was like, I don't think there's no gas in the car, right? So I was like, okay. So she gave me a card and she didn't give me no cash. She thought the card would work, right? So I'm over here driving, and I was like, okay, let's stop to the gas station, right? So apparently it got a little bit far from the house, right? So I got to the gas station, right? All the gas station, it didn't work, right? But then I went to this other gas station, right? And I was like, it was like, I got out the car and I went inside, right? And it was a guy in front of me, right? And he was the cash register dude was talking to this guy in front of me, right? Apparently that guy left, right? And it was my turn to pay, right? For my gas, right? And to me, I don't like going to like these gas stations that have a lot of people, right? Because I feel say something gonna happen, right? Something bad gonna happen, right? So I was like, okay, let's get this out of my mind because I still need gas, right? To go get my sister, right? So I went inside. Apparently I'm inside, and it was my turn because the guy left, right? So I slide the card, right? And apparently I had $5 on me just because. So I was like, I slide the card. It was like, it can't work, right? And then I was like, let me slide it one more time. So I slid it again and it didn't work again, right? So I'm thinking, oh shit, I ain't got no money on this card, right? And I was like, I can't go nowhere. I can't go back home because apparently I'm gonna break down, right? It was like one bar, right? And I was like, what am I gonna do, right? So I was like, you know what, let me slide it for the third time because you never know. Third time is always a charm, right? So I slid it for the third time. This dude he was like, oh, you short of money, right? And I looked at him like, what are you talking? I was like, okay. And he was like, and then I don't know if he was licking his lips or some shit right there, right? This asshole started looking me up and down. He was like this. So you had the money. I can give you some money, And I was like, and he was hinting to the back. And I was like, what are you talking about? At this point, I was feeling shit scared, right? So I took out my $5. I throw it on the counter and said, put 5 on 5. And I got out of there, right? Because he was acting weird, like I was going to do something, right? I don't know if he was just being weird, He was just looking at my body up and down like he was going to do something. And I was like, nah, I don't know you. And you look creepy, right? So I was like, I ran back inside out of the gas station, start pumping my gas, right? Because now I'm scared. My sister in the back seat, sleeping, right? And I hear someone legitly yelling towards me, right? And I'm pumping the gas, right? This dude yelling at me, right? Hey, hey, hey girl, hey girl. Apparently that's what he was doing, right? Can I have a ride to such and such? And I was literally pumping the gas very fastly so I could get my gas, right? And put it in the thing there, right? And he was walking towards me, like walking as I'm pumping, right? Now I'm getting really, really scared, When I'm scared, I froze, right? So I was standing there, and apparently he's running because I'm putting the gas thing there right back in the thing there. I jumped right back in the car, right? Because I'm scared because he's running towards the car, right? And I'm like twitching to myself like, what is going on, right? So I was like, oh, hell no, he's not getting into this car, especially when I have a sleeping sister and she ain't gonna do jack shit for me, So I put the car in drive and I slam on the gas and speed my butt out of there. I was hella scared, And then I finally got to half close to my sister's work, right? And it was raining, right? This same car, what I was talking about, right? It tried to kill me. Because the phone was ringing, and I'm trying to answer the phone as I'm driving with one hand, right? trying to find the window shield, right, to like take away the water so I can see better, right? So those little things that I was doing, right? And remember, it's like a bridge what I'm going on, right? And for some odd reason, I tell you, this car trying to kill me, you know? And I'm like, I'm not with this car, you know? I feel say the car hated me for some part or some reason. I don't know why it hated me so much, right? So the car turned this way. When it turned this way, I was literally almost 5 seconds from falling off the bridge, right? Now I'm scared. I'm throwing the phone on the floor because I don't want to die, right? So I'm trying to turn the wheel to this way. The car's still going this way, you know, and I'm scared. Like, I'm going to jump out this car because I don't know how to swim, right? I can't stress this enough, you know. So I was like, this car's going to kill me. It tried to kill me the other times, but this car is literally trying to drown me and kill me, you know. I think he knew his time was up, right? But I knew my time was not up, right? So apparently the car was still trying to turn this way to get off the bridge and fall into the lake, right? And I'm scared. I'm literally turning the wheel this way. The wheel got stiff, you know. And I was like, oh my God, is this the way I'm going to die? Going to my sister's work? Not even close to her work. But I'm going to die this way, right? My sister's still sleeping in the back seat. So I'm like, how is this possible? Am I going to die like this? Apparently, the wheel turned this way. And apparently, I went straight. And I made it to her work, right? And that's the time that I almost died going off the bridge into the water and drowning to death, right? Guys, if you have these kind of stories, like, comment down below, because I feel safe. This is like the only time that this car was trying to kill me. But then we had to put it in a pound and then it got destroyed and everything like that. So it was like a bittersweet because it was like a perfect car, you know. It was all beautiful, you know. It was like the old Jaguar, right, with the circle eyes and everything, and it had like silver for the roof, and then the side was like black, you know, and it had like I think it was initials of someone's name or something like that. It was a pretty car, you know, but all those bumps and bruises made it kind of stupid, you know, and it was trying to kill me at some point. Before, it was all those bumps and bruises because of the accidents my mom was putting into. It was never like this. It was never trying to kill me. But after the accident, I think the little wires in the car got mentally challenged, or it didn't work, you know. Not like mentally challenged that something wrong with it. I mean, like, I think the wiring of the car got so confused that it switched. You know, like a robot was nice, and then it switched to mean, like, I'm going to kill you kind of way. So that's how it was playing out in my mind. I didn't want to die that day. And I didn't want to die any other day, you know. But the car was trying to kill me. And the smartest thing to do is like, I don't want to die, so I'm throwing the phone, you know. This is what they say. Don't talk on the phone. Don't text. Don't do anything. Don't even eat because it distracts you, especially if you're on a bridge and it's raining. All these things was adding up in my head. Like, how is this possible? How this thing can do like almost everything, every bad thing was happening, you know. I was on the phone talking, right? It was raining, right? I was putting on the windshield wipers, right? And I was turning the wheel, right? So all those things I was doing, it felt like it was like Friday the 13th, but it was not Friday the 13th. It was like the 1st, or I think it was May 1st, or I don't know. It was not nowhere close to Friday the 13th, right? Apparently that day it sounded like I was gonna die at that moment, but it didn't. So guys, comment down below if anything happened like this, you know, because that was some crazy stuff right there, you know. This car tried to kill me. And it's kind of sad because it was so beautiful, you know. But anywho, everything was beautiful always turned into like shambles, you know. Like and subscribe, turn notifications on. I'll see you later. Bye.